The common framework that the G20 agreed to at the end of 2020 is important because it expresses the view that for some countries in deep debt distress, there'll need to be debt relief. And the parameters of that are still being worked on. We work very closely with the IMF. And so one issue that we're able to move forward on now is the debt reduction facility that the World Bank has used in the past. It's an important facility because it can help the countries, the poorest countries, with both the financing and with a process to actually get debt reduction from their creditors. And that can be in the form of even the World Bank helping the country buy back at a deep discount some of the debt that's left over from commercial creditors. Looking at it from the standpoint of the private sector, they say a contract's a contract, but I guess I would push back and say throughout history, there have been occasions where there needs to be deep debt reduction. And this clearly is one of those occasions. So I urge the private sector to take a look country by country at the over-indebtedness and look for ways to share the burden with the official bilateral creditors. That process the G20 was able to launch last year, and I think it needs to go further, the common framework, and we're working on that. But then it can only work if the private sector begins to come up with techniques for participation. As far as the Biden administration, I'm looking very much forward to working with them. You know, the World Bank has worked with both Republican and Democratic administrations over the decades, and so we look for the close working relationship with our shareholders. The U.S. is the biggest shareholder in the World Bank, so we work very, very closely with all of our members, and that includes on climate.